Hey everyone, so in today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to design, build, host, and hand off a website to a client that you built in Claude Code. And this is going to include a custom CMS that you've built for them to manage their assets and their content, live domain with live tracking analytics. I'm going to show you how you can build and manage your own custom CMS system where you or your client can manage the assets of the project or the content, and at the end show you a special way of how you can upsell your client with a special SEO service that's eventually going to get them a lot of traffic in the near future. So guys, without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. And by the way, before we get started, I'd love to invite you all to my Discord community, the Creator Network. We get together every single weekday to talk about different tools, different topics. And so if you guys are interested in joining that conversation, link is down in the description below. And before you begin anything, before you begin the design process or anything at all really, you want to start off with a brand new, fresh folder. This is where everything will go. This is where your assets will go. This is where your site will go. Everything really is going to be stored in this folder. So you want to build a folder from scratch and you want to store it somewhere where you know where it is at all times. And then you want to open up the Claude desktop app. You can either do it via cursor and open the Claude extension. I'm doing it via the Claude desktop app. I feel like it also works really well from here, so why not? And what you can do is you can go over here, click on this and open a folder. So you want to open that folder that you just created. And then when you click on open, you should see it down here. All right, so let's say that this is our client. It's an architecture firm in Miami. They have different properties, different things that they've designed in different locations like Puerto Rico, Cayman Islands. Looks pretty nice, to be honest. All over the world, really. And they have a very simple landing page. They have an About Us section, projects, publications, FTP access, which obviously I don't have access to. And interestingly enough, they don't have like a blog page that talks about different topics that, brings them to their website. But let's say that this client needs a new website. So we're going to go ahead and try to do that. And we can start by saying this, like, hey, we need to redesign this website. They told me that they need something more aesthetic and matches their own work. They also would like subtle scroll animations if possible and view the attached image as reference. So for example, your client or the person that wants you to redesign this, or if you want to redesign a website yourself, you have like an initial starting point as a reference for design inspo. You can add that here in this chat. And then we can say, let's maintain a light mode. Don't make the header text too large. Use sans serif fonts, but avoid common fonts like Roboto or Inter, and avoid gradients at all costs. And also very, very important, we want to start small. We don't want to, build something extremely crazy like the whole website. Can you please help me build out the initial landing page before building out the whole site? And last but not least, use the current website's assets, images, logo, and copy. And finally, we can go ahead and submit this. And a quick side note, guys, I always put bypass permissions. So if you go over here, you can click this on, so you don't always have to click on accept. All right, and we get our design. We have the same logo. We have a nice hero section, text over here on the right, the two call to actions here, work and the studio. We have our different projects over here. So using the same images from the actual website, which is crazy. We just get this in one shot. This is insane. And again, combining like the style with that image reference that the client gave me. So you can see over here on the left, we have like this big hero section, and we have these cards over here that we can kind of sort through. And we have this over here, this down here. So we can kind of see what it built over here. And we also get the cards over here. We get this text with like these bold highlights. We have these images over here that look very nice. We have the different steps. And then we have like this kind of like not an FAQ section, but more showing the different services that they provide. And each service has their own image. And then we have like the recent projects, which again, we still have to build out these project pages. And then at the end, we have the footer with their actual real information. And to be honest, guys, I'm very satisfied with this initial version that it gave me. And I just one-shot it with that prompt that I showed you. Another way of doing it is by using like a component library like Untitled UI. So you can go to their website over here and you can look at their different React components. So they have like these avatars, or they have these badge groups, or check boxes or drop downs. And it's actually very easy to install in Claude Code. Like all you have to do here is copy this really. And what we can do here is we can say, let's create a second variant of this design in a new port or new branch, and let's use this component library. And you just want to paste in that link. And while we wait for that, I don't really like their logo. So maybe we can redesign the logo a little bit. I'm going to go to the website and I'm going to copy this image. Then we're going to go into ChatGPT and paste in the image like so. And then we can copy like a little, or take a screenshot of a little section of our website and also paste that into ChatGPT. And we can say like redesign the logo to match the design style of their new website. The new logo should be black and not look too different. And this is using ChatGPT's Images 2.0, I think it's called, or Images 2. And they're very, very good at creating logos. And look at this, we get this logo right off the bat. So we can use this actually. Let's click on download and then we can just, add the file here. And so once it's done, generating that second variant using Untitled UI, we're going to ask it to replace it with a new logo. And this is what we get when we combine that design with those UI components from Untitled UI. So we have like these new buttons over here with the color from their brand. And another thing is that you can even ask Claude Code to remove the white background that ChatGPT generates of the logo. And it does a fantastic job in just like 2 minutes. And so these are the two designs that we get. Basically, this is the one without Untitled UI. And this is with Untitled UI. I actually like the one that uses Untitled UI because, it creates these new components with the buttons. As you can see, they're pretty much very similar, but a few things change. I think the most important thing that changes like the colors and the buttons, but we can be a little bit more specific as to things that we want to add, right? So we can say like, let's add the avatars component under the title of the hero section, or let's create a form and use the inputs. So you can be a little bit more specific as to what components you want, or you can even search in Pinterest or something like this and look for keywords like architecture website. And we can choose something like this and take a screenshot of this like hero section and then drag and drop that into Claude Code. And we can say something like, let's redesign the hero section layout to look more like the attached image and just adjust that layout. And again, you don't have to use it just for hero sections. You can use it also for like bento grids, like something like this. And I have an excellent video and I'll link it over here somewhere. But basically you can get something in Pinterest and bring it into ChatGPT and tell ChatGPT to redesign this bento grid using the context of your website. And then you get that new image and you bring it into Claude Code and you implement it like that. So now we're starting to get this new design. Scroll to discover. We get these different projects that they built. We have the studio section. And now once we're like done exploring, I'm just gonna tell Claude Code to create a third design variant using obviously the same components, images, and copy, but with an entirely new layout. And I'm gonna ask it to be creative here. We can say something like, you're a talented senior designer, maybe add like a bento grid, for example, and think of some other components from Untitled UI that might be a good fit. And then finally, I'm gonna say, let's push these 3 variants to 3 different preview links using Vercel. So I'm gonna go ahead and click on submit. And basically what I'm doing is I'm using Vercel to turn my different projects into different preview links. So for example, this is like a preview link that I created 2 days ago. I can click on this. It's called site redesign jellybean.vercel.app. I also have, for example, tattoo coral new.vercel.app. This is like some blog post that I made the other day. You have all of these different preview links that you created via Claude Code inside of Vercel. To connect to Vercel, you need to use the Vercel CLI. And you can like literally just copy this URL and give it to Claude Code. And Claude Code is going to just give you the next steps. And it's pretty simple, pretty straightforward. It took me like 2 minutes. All right. And we now get the 3 preview links. And so for example, this is the second one and this is the third one. So the second one, as we saw, looks pretty neat, right? This is the third one. I'm not sure. Kind of looks, like an AI decided the layout, kind of off in certain places. But again, you want to just create different variations. I think that's the power of AI. And something else that you can do to get like new layout ideas is that you can use the Magic Path web capture extension and you can select specific elements. Like let's say that we want to select this section, we can copy this and then we can go and open up a new Magic Path project and paste this in here. And this is like a great platform to use to come up with different variants. You can click over here, create variants, and experiment with different layouts, experiment with different styles, for example. And another thing to check out is Impeccable. You can also create another variant of your design using this skill with I think it has 23 different design commands, and I have a great video on this. I'll also link it over here. But yeah, using Magic Path, we get different variants with different types of image interactions, with different types of layouts, different styles. But anyways, let's say that we like this design. Let's say that the client chooses this design. The next step would be to create the different pages that they already have, like for example, the work pages or the studio or practice page, and not just link it to the sections, but actually have real pages. Like for example, they have an About Us page with their founders and with their director. They have like individual project pages as well. And so we can say something like client chose version 2. We need to use this layout and redesign the other pages that exist in their current website. So view their website sitemap, and please always use the same copy and the same images. All right, and we can now see that we have our projects. We have About, we have the publications. And if we go to About, we have the 3 different people. For the projects, I can just click on one, and we have the watermark project. Very, very nice page, by the way. And then for publications, we have the different publications that they included. And for contact, we can go to the contact page, pretty much the same, again, using those Untitled UI components. But now, what if we wanted to place, like, let's say something like Framer or Webflow, where we have a CMS and we can kind of manage the assets and the context of all pages, and we don't have to always go into Claude Code and make changes there, but we have this one place where we can manage all of our sites content. And we can write something like this: build a custom CMS dashboard with this new, @admin slug for this site, so the non-technical client can update content themselves without touching code. Match the design with existing components, obviously. Let the client edit different things like the copy from these different pages, swap images with drag and drop, manage blog posts, and update SEO meta information per page. And then we want to use Clerk for authentication. So Clerk, clerk.com, great place to implement authentication. You can use like Google Auth, but this one is for free. This one's pretty easy to use as well. And Supabase for content and image storage. And we want to keep it production ready, but we don't want to over-engineer. So no multiple user roles, no approval workflows, no draft state except for blog posts. And propose the schema and root structure first, then wait for me to confirm. And we can go ahead and submit this. All right, and it gives me the approach. It gives me like a good understanding of how that UI would look like. So we have admin, we have admin pages, we have blog, SEO, and then we have like an assets area. And so it's giving me like an action plan, what I need from you before I start. One decision: how should we provision Clerk plus Supabase? It can do it both via the Vercel marketplace. And so that marketplace looks like this, and you can basically search for different integrations. So we can search for like Supabase, for example, click on this and hit install. And we want to like link an existing Supabase account if you already have one. Then you just have to connect your project with your workspace inside of Supabase. And then we can go ahead and choose Clerk and click on install. And then we can, once you set up an account, you can go ahead and build your application name. We're just going to call this one client project and allow email and Google. And then back here, what we're going to do is we're going to select our team and we're going to connect to Clerk via Vercel, and that's connected. And so we can just tell that to Claude Code, like, hey, I connected to Supabase and Clerk via Vercel Marketplace. All right, so now it's asking me for different keys. So first one is option A, Postgres URL, and it tells me that you can find it here. And then we need this role key that you can also find here. So it's like an API key. And you just want to add those to the .env file. And once that's done, we have to do a few more things. So we have to apply this to the SQL. So we have to paste in this in Supabase SQL editor and then hit run. So it's going to look something like this. And if you need help finding something, you can just go up here and search for SQL. And then over here, you can see SQL editor, and you can just open that up. And the next thing that Claude Code would need would be the Supabase secret key. And that starts with SB secret. All right, and once that's done, we can log in via Clerk, put in my email address, and sign up with my email address, put the code. All right, and we're in. Look at this. So we have different posts. We can go to the pages. We have our different pages. So home, about, contact. And for home, we can, edit the different text over here. We can go down to the studio section. We can go down to the services section. We also have the SEO, so per page meta, where you can basically edit the meta title and meta description. You can also like upload a open graph image for that page. And now I also created this blog section. We call it the journal. And this is like an excellent way of upselling the client as well once you're done with the new website and with the CMS. Right now in the CMS, we have like 3 published and 1 in draft. And for example, I can like undraft this, click on save changes, and then preview the page. So as you can see here, now we have the page published and we can create new posts. And one really cool solution here is to use arvow.com. And really, we can use a solo plan. It's $40 a month. You can include this in the pricing that you basically offer to this client for monthly SEO services. But basically what we can do here is we can go into our dashboard and under campaigns, we create a new campaign and you can literally create SEO articles from YouTube videos, from news articles, or from your own keywords in your own site. And we can also ask Claude Code for like 100 keywords and LLM style prompts, grouped by intent that tailor this specific website. So we have a lot of brand keywords, but we also have like keywords regarding their core services or their geographical projects. And I can theoretically like ask, go ahead and get this specific keyword and ask Claude Code to make a blog post out of that and generate the image and all of that. But again, that's going to take another entire workflow and it's going to use up a bunch of credits. So I can just go in here and type in that keyword in here, click on add keyword, and then I can generate a title and generate more keywords based on that main keyword. I can link up my own website so that it understands the different internal links that I have. The AI can generate images for me. I can choose like 3 or 4 images in between the articles. I can add like a specific image styling. You can also get YouTube videos that kind of have to do with the content of that blog post. And then we can open up the article view and we can go around and see if, all the images that were being generated. Each image has its own alt text. There's a bunch of internal links here. And what we can do here is we can download the article or we can copy the article and we can just like paste it in here. And as you can see, since we created like this rich text editor, we have this very nice style. And then eventually you can upload it to the site, to the live site over here. It's looking very nice. And again, you can find a bunch of keywords and like post a bunch of blog posts, like 100 blog posts a week or something. There's like a bunch of like use cases in their website that show how this strategy actually works. But yeah, this is like a really creative way to kind of upsell that client once the site is done. And yeah, guys, that's pretty much it for today's video. It's pretty crazy what we can do with Claude Code. Like not only designing the website, but like creating that CMS system and making it actually publish to the site. It really gets me like excited about the future and the different things that we can build. Let me know what you guys think about this video. And if you get stuck somewhere, please feel free to write down in the comments below or join my Discord. So anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. Hope to see you next time. Goodbye.